At age 24, I joined the insurance industry in Ballarat. When I was 28, TNG moved me to Bendigo to take over the agency manager's role in the Bendigo office, and we were incredibly successful. At age 42, I was injured in a fatal car crash. A young girl who was 18 years old had her licence for just 23 days, lost control of her four-wheel drive. She rolled up the highway. I'd stopped my car and it bounced up in the air. The four-wheel drive bounced up in the air and landed upside down on the roof of my car. Emma died, unfortunately, and I was seriously injured.
I was a little bit unlucky that I did come across the accident and was, I think, the second one on the scene.
I can tell you, I learnt that day that a car crash is not just a car crash.
I stayed with John while they cut him out of the car, which took an hour and a half, and by then some friends came and helped me and were with me at the time.
I was trying to come to terms with what had happened to me. I had injuries. I was in a pretty bad way.
Once John was removed from the car, I accompanied him to hospital in the ambulance, which was something you never think you'd have to do. But thank goodness he was alive.
I lost my job because I had frontal lobe damage, which causes serious short-term memory problems.
It was a longer recovery than what we thought because of the head trauma he received that day. And really our lives were never the same.
I was in counselling because I found myself waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was almost like as if the alarm was set. And it was night after night. I'd wake up, I'd get out of bed, try not to wake Ange up, I'd get the crutches and I'd get down into the kitchen, and sometimes I would sit in the kitchen and cry for an hour. And I was crying for Emma, who had been killed in my car crash, because Emma was exactly the same age as Katrina, my second eldest child, and thank God that car crash wasn't my fault, because I don't know how I would have handled things if I had have caused Emma, been the cause of Emma's death.
I think people looking in on our lives could only see that he had a few cuts and abrasions, but they didn't see the real trauma that was happening.
We had a lot of things to do. We had to try and pull our lives together. I was in intensive care for a while, in hospital for a while, and thankfully I had income protection.
As a wife and mother of 4 kids, we were lucky that John was in the insurance industry. If we weren't, I don't think we would have looked at income protection, which, looking back now, was the most important thing that we did have, and it kicked in pretty well straight away.
It was to be paid right through to age 65. It was non-cancelable. It was a level premium, and it was CPI linked. And I can categorically tell everyone who's listening to this that income protection saved our family and our lives financially.